What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another cost-effective episode of the Center Beacon. This is a video that I briefly mentioned the other day. I'm going to kind of cover some lowlights from solo play, not highlights. That would be when good things happen. No, this is when bad things happen. I know if maybe your clans or your buddies are kind of like mine, you probably sit around and text a lot about how craptacular Matchmaker has been lately. So I thought what I would do is share my pain and misery with all of you. And I don't know, maybe in the comments or something, you guys can tell me about some of your just absolutely painful, just poopy games. Just poopy. You know, they're those kind of games that, you know, you're playing and like you just know you're gonna lose. Like, I don't ever like to think like that, you know, whether I'm doing something, you know, I don't know, real world for my job or you know, on the athletic field or whatever it is that you might be doing. You always want to have like a positive, you know, I'm gonna win type attitude. But I mean, some of these games, like, they just, the way they start off, you just know you don't have it. It's not in the cards. You do not have the random players on your team to make this thing happen. So if you guys want to tell me about some of your stories, I will be more than happy to share in your pain as you get to watch and share in mine. You know, some of these games I just feel like, you know, it's the beacons are constantly turning red. You know, it seems like the other team, it's like, what? How are they on comms? Like, I don't get it. It's a collection of, you know, 6 random guys, and they've got like the perfect mix of bots. You know, it's always like, you know, the kind of like the check to your bot. You know, if I'm in like this plasma rhino, it'll be the Thunder Orc and Lancelot, you know, and there's pretty much nothing I can do. I might as well climb out of my bot and, you know, just sit there and wait for the guy to annihilate me. You know, in the beginning of this game, I mean, it didn't go like super awful. You know, you can see we actually have beacons here. We just never seem to like pull together. You can see how deep this guy is on the left. It's all of a sudden I come out of spawn and I'm like, whoa, wait a second. How did a Leo walk all the way over here? You know, and you know, neutralizes our spawn beacon and then caps it. You know, I'm able to put him out, but it's just one of those things like you're constantly playing catch up. You know, this game is somewhat even. Right in the beginning, but you know, you're gonna see here like quickly, like, I know it looks like, oh, this is a highlight reel, but it's not. You know, because here comes the stalker for the center cap. That Carnage Thunder is over there. There's actually 2 of them. When you see bookend Carnage Thunders, that's when you know that things are quickly about to go south. The more I've been playing lately, the more I'm also starting to hate the Carnage Thunder so badly. You know, I've got one somewhere, you know, in the garage. It's, you know, it's Thunders are like too low level. They're like 8 or 9 or something. But, you know, you can see how quickly this game turned. And it just, you know, this one, I put it in the video just because it turned bad so quickly on me. You know, you can see like red is they're actually botting out. But I can go ahead and save you the suspense. I'm not going to win this game. You know, they're kind of dropping dudes, but you can tell that, you know, they've already got, you know, 4 beacons. You know, and it's just, I've had so many of these lately where, you know, you're just coming around the corner and you're in the perfectly wrong bot for what is happening. Yeah, those Carnage Thunders are nasty customers. They're constantly catching me in the wrong Rhino. You know, if you're in a Rocket Rhino, they're not that difficult to deal with. But even then, you know, if you're on a reload or something, it only takes that guy a couple seconds to pretty much eat your lunch. Like this game, like there was like a ton of stalkers on red, and so they just kept capping. I think I looked after the game. I don't know if a guy was trying to do a task or something, but I mean, like, I think the guy had like, I don't know, 4 stalkers or something. So it was one of those where, you know, they're killing it on beacons. You know, we're starting to drop guys here too. And this game, it just never really felt it. Some you like I said earlier, you can feel it right away where you're like, all right, I got a pretty good feeling about this. This wasn't one of them. So I'm on either my last bot or my second to last bot. This is my unmaxed Lancelot, which just got tore up by that Rocket Rhino. So here's the last bot. And, just a little pro tip. The Griffin this is not your choice for a last bot. Unfortunately, it just happened to be, I thought that I needed that Lance in the fight sooner than I needed this thing because they were all over in the center here. Not a lot you can do. I get a little jump kill on this guy. Great. I'm going to recap this virtually just in time to lose here. You can see I'm taking this one back, but they're taking our other spawn beacon. And, I'm point blank with a Rhino here. And, I'm in a bot that, whose weapons have about a 12-minute reload time. So there's really not a lot I can do there. And it's just didn't like that game. That game was painful, and it came in a series of, I think I played, a couple nights ago, I played like 5, and I lost 4 in a row. It was absolutely miserable. And it's like, yeah, okay, you scored a lot of points or you played well, but I mean, like, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. You lost, and that's all I seem to care about. So I'm going to crank up another one, and I think this is from that same series. Like I said, it was just four bad ones in a row. I didn't put all 4 in here because I don't want to depress you guys too much. But, okay, I'm going to go cap some beacons in my Rhino. You can see here, if you look off to the right a little bit, there are a couple of clan guys in this one. So you got, you basically got a pair of buddies, who've hooked up to go run some games. At the time that I did this, I'm not really thinking about it. I'm kind of just thinking that, like, ooh, I've got a little British bot over there who has plasma and pretty much can't hurt me, because I'm in my premium Rocket Rhino. And a little Gareth there, little tiny fella. He can't really do anything. He's kind of harmless, kind of cute, fast. But, this is one of those where I've got him checked, pretty good here. The Rocket Rhino is definitely the check to, like, the Plasma Gareth or Plasma Galahad. So I'm feeling good on this one. Feeling pretty good. Okay, 3 beacons. They've only got 1. The other one's neutral. Things aren't going too bad so far. But, like always, they seem to disintegrate quickly. This guy jumps out of nowhere. I'm like, where did this guy even come from? And it was like the worst landing ever, that he could have imagined to come down right in front of me, So I kind of dumped him real quick. But then I kind of foolishly go into spawn because the quad aphid patent, like I always try to get these guys, because they can do just a metric butt ton of damage, whatever the reload is on those things, like every 10 seconds or whatever it is. So I always try to get those guys, so I kind of got pulled a little too deep into their spawn. Solo spawn raid, never a good idea. This game's still not going too badly. 3-2. Looks like they're recapping one of their spawns that I grabbed earlier. So I'm going to go try my luck in the center, which is, never really a good idea. But... if it's blue, they're going to be coming for it, and you can kind of see the horde here starting to come over the crest of the hill. I got a little bit of backup here. I got the RDB Griffin here on my left side, and I'm trying to get that stalker. I think maybe I can get him. I don't know. Yeah, we got him. So, it doesn't look like anything, too bad could happen here. We're starting to get the, the beacon bars going our way. We got 3. They're actually down a guy, which is sad for me. They've only got 5 guys to work with. Here you can see those clan guys, and they're being smart. I think they kind of spawned at the same time. I know some guys wait to spawn together, and they kind of paired up. And that's never a bad way to do business. A lot of times, even when I'm running with my buddies, we'll just like split off. There's that quad aphid patent we talked about earlier, and I kind of almost walked right by this guy. I didn't realize he's still alive. So like a dim bulb, I walked right by this guy and probably ate some more damage that I didn't need to. But you know how it is sometimes, like you're in the heat of battle and the guy's kind of like blending in with the terrain and you're almost like not even sure, like, you know, is he already dead or what? But you can see where these two clan guys, they paired up. I'm not sure what clan they're from. Their clan symbol looks like it's like a rifle, you know. It's like an internet texting thing. You know, you can make like a gun out of characters or something. So whatever their clan was, good job to those two guys because they played smartly by teaming up. Here I'm eating that RDB Griffin, you know, and then from the flank there, you know, I get sucked into that target, and then of course I eat, you know, these guys paired up again, Golem and Rhino. So still, I know you're sitting there going like, well, it looks like he's going to win this game, but no, I assure you, I do not win this game. I managed to screw this up somehow. And, you know, and a lot of it, you know, we've been talking about, it's like matchmaker sometimes just kind of like, you know, does you wrong. But I feel like if your stats are decent at all, and mine aren't like great or nothing, I mean, they're okay. But if your stats are decent at all, like matchmaker really gives you a hard time, it seems like. And you keep getting stuck with guys that like, you know, they don't cap. They're running like a 3-bot hanger. They are, you know, just kind of like a very weird, you know, they'll run weird setups, you know, and you're like, you know, man, haven't you like used the internet at all? Because you can get on there and search in like a couple of minutes and kind of figure out like what's good and what's not. So you'll get the guys running like wazoo setups. And, you know, just kind of lack of awareness, you know, and it just, it really bites you in the rear end. And I know a lot of my buddies in my clan, they're experiencing the same thing. And what I keep telling everybody is you got to remember they don't test Matchmaker on test server because they can't, because they run everything maxed. Matchmaker gets like, you know, tweaked and tested on live. They are actively changing this crap on us day to day. You can see here I'm really smart. I walk right into the Thunder Pinata Leo while trying to get that guy from recapping center. So even though we have a huge advantage with the beacon bar, we're not doing so hot. We're starting to bot out now. You know, I'm down to the Griffin. I had 278 rockets that I fired, and not a single one of them even scratched that guy over there. So now I'll wait 12 minutes for a reload. You know, this is another one where we should have won this game, and it just started to go south so quickly. And again, it seems like Matchmaker, they won't tell you what it's doing, but I feel like it's really like it's counting bots, you know, and I'm if I click on it afterwards, you know, I'll see that like I have a lot of guys, they got 3 robots in their hangar. You know what I mean? I don't know what you've been doing with your gold, bro, but like 3 robots is just not cut it pretty much at any level for this game. You know, I get a little bit of splash damage. I'm like, okay, he popped. Yeah, I got that guy to pop. But you know, I'm in a not a really like not a good final bot for this. You know, just the reload is too slow. This is the bot in my hangar right now for gold that I have identified to be replaced. Team play, sure. I love this guy, and I've shown you guys videos before. He works out pretty good for team play, especially if you have good teammates. You know, you can just go crazy with this guy all day. But I've got a couple more bots that are coming up to replace this guy. It wasn't my final bot, thank goodness. That would have been even more embarrassing. But you can see we quickly go down to 2 guys. 2 guys, 4 beacons to 1, and you can see where just in the last, you know, 60 seconds of this game, I mean, we weren't looking too bad. And that's all it takes. All of a sudden, like those guys, they run out of bots or whatever else is going on where they just seem to disappear from the game. You know, I eat a ton of damage there. I think that guy was running like a couple of Zeuses and a Trident or something. And I swear even just one max Trident does so much damage. And the splash area of effect is so enormous. So, you know, it's 2-on-1, but I mean, the beacon thing is the critical issue here. And I don't have much bot left. This guy's like level 10. I'm still trying to get him maxed out. And, I mean, that's it. you know, it's another frustrating game that, like, you know, you play this thing, you play for, you know, 9-10 minutes, you play your rear end off, and you feel like, okay, you know, I think I'm going to have this, and it just goes south. So I just thought that I would kind of put a couple things together and let you guys know you're not the only ones out there having these types of games. It's affecting everyone. Again, they're actively tweaking Matchmaker on live, and there's not much we can do about it. So hang in there, and as always, I will see you next time at the Center Beacon.